The Clockmaker's Secret. Welcome to Tinkles and Tales. Tonight, we read a story about time, about secrets, and about a clock that never stopped ticking. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Stranger in Winmere. In a small, sleepy village called Winmere, nestled between misty hills and blanketed in ivy and silence, there lived a man with a secret. He was known only as the Clockmaker. No one knew his name. No one ever asked, because the clock tower always worked, and the village never aged. Pause. Take a breath. Can you imagine a place where everything stays the same, year after year, decade after decade? But then, one evening, a stranger arrived. Chapter 2. The Woman in Red. She wore a long red coat. Her boots were soaked from the rain, and in her hand she carried an old, tattered book. No one noticed her arrive. She simply appeared at the doorstep of the Clockmaker's home. 3 knocks. That's all it took. The door creaked open, and the Clockmaker stared. "You're late," he said, his voice like turning gears, slow, rusty, certain. The woman stepped in, and the clock on the wall stopped ticking. Chapter 3. The Timekeeper's Book. They sat in silence. Her eyes locked on his. The book lay between them. It was bound in black leather, covered in dust, and humming ever so softly. "This is yours," she said. Her voice was young, but her eyes were very old. He did not touch it. Instead, he whispered, "So, it begins again." The room grew colder. Outside, the rain had stopped. Inside, time had started, unraveling. Chapter 4. Secrets Beneath the Gears. Let me tell you something now. Something the villagers never knew. The Clockmaker wasn't just a man. He was a keeper of time, one of 12 across the world. And every 100 years, they were given a choice: to keep the world turning, or to let it sleep. The woman in red was not just a stranger. She was the reminder, the one who came when a keeper grew weary and wanted to forget. But not all keepers give up their post willingly. Chapter 5. The Deal. The Clockmaker finally touched the book. The hum grew louder, like a heartbeat, in wood and brass. He opened the first page. There were names, thousands of names, dates, moments, every decision he had made, every second he had stitched together, every time he had stopped a war, saved a child, or paused a storm. It was all there, in ink and memory. "I'm tired," he said, "and I'm ready." The woman closed the book. "Then the tower shall fall," she said. Chapter 6. When the clock stopped, it happened at midnight. The villagers awoke to silence, not the silence of sleep, but the kind that hums with change. The clock tower had stopped. Exactly at 12 o'clock, for the first time in 173 years. And in the morning, the Clockmaker was gone. His home, empty. No tools, no books, just a single feather on the windowsill, and the red coat folded neatly on the chair. Chapter 7. What Remains. Winmere changed after that. The ivy grew faster. The children grew taller. The seasons came and went like waves. Time moved again. But every year, on the night of the full moon, the villagers hear it. A distant ticking, coming from the woods, or the hills, or their dreams. And they whisper, "He was real. He kept us safe. And time is a gift." Thank you for reading along with Tinkles and Tales. Tonight, we learned that every moment is precious, that behind every second is a choice, and that sometimes the ones who keep the world turning are the quietest of all. Good night, and may your dreams never stop ticking. If not done yet, please subscribe to Tinkles and Tales for more such captivating stories.